Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. At the 35, he's loose. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Tackle is made after the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Give to the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now they're going to throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for a crease. It's Genty. Made a defender miss. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter.
The end of the interval at the 34-yard line. That's the first down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I'm going to sneak a draw in here.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incompletion brings up a second down. Motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Tackled, but he has a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. The toss to the right. Makes his man miss. And they're in for a touchdown.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the middle. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of time you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him, and then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
Looking for room. It's Love. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. At the 35, he's open. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout, Florida Atlantic.
Let's go. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. To the ground with the back. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Snags it, and he will score!
the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play in the back half.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Only 10 seconds remaining here in the first half as they put it in play, 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Pulls it in. It's Harrison. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this 2nd half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll keep it on the ground to start the 2nd half. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive 1st down play.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
And 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Looking for space. It's Francis. And Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
They'll try to slam it in. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area in the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The AT unit on the field. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go right back to it. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to run for it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll try the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. Leaves it with the running back. Bowls his way forward.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Got his man downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
Timeout by the defense.
They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. And they'll take a knee, get it in the perfect spot for their field goal kicker to try to win the game. The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Florida Atlantic.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team when you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.
That's going to do